this is gonna be the first class. We're just gonna walk you through like just some of the essential stuff, and hopefully there'll be like good knowledge transfer to all all the teams. I am gonna put this this document up on the server, and also the mission file, so you guys can like download it, run your own training sessions, as long as you understand the class format. And also like this is by no means like oh, this is everything I teach you guys here is how we should play and shit like that. It's not about that at all, because if the more you play games, the more you figure out that any sort of tactic that you can apply in games, there's always going to be a counter to that. So everything that works also doesn't. So yeah, okay. Right, first things first, we're gonna walk into the range. Follow the bright blue barrels that are over here.
We're following sandbags.
Yep. So just walk in here. Alright, gentlemen, welcome to the range. There are different courses of fire first, but the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna sort our kit. So there's weapon boxes over there, over in that corner. You can pick anything you want as long as it's got a CCO on it, and as long as it's a 5.56 weapon. So yeah, go ahead, sort yourself out, whatever you like. All right, this is going to be, these are all going to be fundamental drills. Everything that you do will stack up later on. So we're just going to run this basically, and we're going to run this in turn. So who wants to go first? Give me a volunteer.
Yeah.
Alright, Temtem, what you're going to do is that on this firing station, you're going to see 3 targets in front of you. What I want you to do is I'm going to call threat. I want you to shoot all 3 targets. Then I want you to shift into crouch position, shoot all 3 targets again. Then prone, shoot all 3 targets again. Then stand and shoot all 3 targets again. You're going to continue until you run out of ammunition.
Oh,
Alright?
okay.
Alright. Threat!
Maybe was he going further than the?
He is going forward, yeah. It happens. Yo,
Yeah.
shoot! Fucking shoot! Ceasefire. Scan. Alright, cool. Alright, that's the first drill. You guys will notice a couple of things. A couple of things are sometimes it's hard to remember what stance you're supposed to be in.
Yeah.
That's pretty much normal. But once you figure that out, you have to get back in the rhythm as quickly as possible. Things will go wrong. You can't really be too anal about it. You just have to deal with it at the time, and fix it as quickly as possible. The other thing is, you guys will notice is that as you shoot the target, if it's coming up, it doesn't immediately go back down. That's normal. I mean, you will shoot guys out there, and they will like not go down on the first shot, or you'll miss or whatever. You just have to remember to service the target again. So be thorough. That's the takeaway from this drill. We're gonna move on to the next one, which is a cover drill. So let's head over to the right side of the range, where you see the concrete wall. Alright. This drill, slightly more complicated. What you're gonna do is that you're gonna lean out from cover, engage all the targets from one side. When you run out of ammunition, reload your weapon, get around to the other side, and re-engage all the targets.
So wait,
Right.
all targets on one side until out of ammo.
Until you're out of ammo, then get back into cover, reload, scan, get to the other side, and shoot all the targets again.
Okay.
Alright? Threat! Right, good stuff. Ceasefire. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit closer to this target. Right, what this is that this drill is going to be a little bit more stressful. We're going to stand at the 5-yard line, which is this barrel right here. Okay, so what we're going to do here is you're going to stand. You're going to have your crosshair below the target.
Know the
On
target.
threat, what you're going to do is you're going to raise the weapon. You're going to engage all the targets while walking backwards. Once you run out of ammunition, what you're going to do is you're going to run to cover. You're going to sprint to cover, reload while you're going there, get behind cover, get out one side, and re-engage all the targets again. Size up to you. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, what you're going to do is essentially start, engage all the targets, run back, get behind cover, reload on the way there, or reload behind cover. Doesn't really matter.
Just that wall or anything else?
Just that wall.
Okay.
Well, you can go hide behind a barrel, but if these, those things are shooting at you, I don't think this barrel's gonna do much good. Well, what's more important if like a whole bunch of guys appear in front of you?
Get to cover.
Well,
Get to cover.
Well, if they're right
And
there,
suppress them.
if they're right there standing in front of you, like 5 meters away, and
Shoot
covers
them.
and the cover's
Remember that
back
last
there,
night's
like
experience?
15 meters away, that's gonna be messy.
Spam ammo at them.
But again, yeah, let's just run this drill. So whoever's not shooting, and you come back behind you, these blue barrels are off the range at some point. A little bit closer. Why are you looking at me? Threat!
You have to basically go stationary and turn your mouse.
Make sure you're properly in cover. Okay, good.
This is more about the fire maneuver. And
This
sending
will-
as much lead downrange while falling back to cover.
Well, we'll get there, but you're onto something here. What it is really about priority. When you're engaged with a whole bunch of enemy, say for example, you got stuff, stuff appears right in front of you. What's the priority? Is your priority, running to cover first thing? Or is your priority like putting enough range, kill as many as you can, keep your heads down, buy yourself time to get to cover through firepower? So we'll address those things, but it's really up to you to decide. Those are priorities that you have to decide yourself, depending on the situation that you're in. All right, cool. Okay, that was good. We're going to pair up now. So who wants to be with who? I'm gonna give you a choice. All right, so who is that? Tempton and Keegs, Tequila and Networker. Okay, cool. Onto this drill over here. Right, just a quick check. How many mags do you guys have?
I have 5.
Five?
5.
Everybody has 5?
5 and 1
Yep.
folder.
Alright, cool. Good stuff. Right, so this drill, this is a buddy drill. What you're going to do is that with your buddy, one buddy is going to be facing forward, one buddy is going to be standing behind him. We're going to go through a basic drill where, what do we do if one of our buddies winds up empty? There are different ways to do this drill, depending on priority, depending on your situation. But we're going to do this in sort of a building block way. So I'm going to give you one way to do this. Ways that you figure out to do this on your own, as you, as you maybe read up on yourself, or you find better ways to do this on your, by yourself. That's fine. But I'm just going to give you a building block way. So what you're going to do, on threat, buddy in front, you're going to engage all 4 targets in sequence. Any sequence that you like, but you are going to have to keep them all down as much as possible. The important thing is to keep the targets down. Buddy behind is always scanning. You know that your guy is, is shooting. but you were just going to make sure that his back is clear. When the buddy in front is out of ammo, the buddy in front is going to call cover. And what is going to happen is that the buddy in front switches with the buddy behind. The behind takes over, starts putting lead down range. You will do this until the ceasefire.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So buddy behind, remember that you have to reload and you have to scan. You have to make sure that your whoever's not engaging at the time, you have to make sure that your buddy is clear. Alright. Step up. Who's going first?
Okay, Keegs, you fire first on me.
I fire first.
Alright, Tempted, what are you doing? Okay, cool. Geek, stand. The only reason I'm asking you to stand is just to make this drill slightly more difficult. Threat! All the way left and right. 270 degrees of scan. When Keeks yells cover, you're gonna yell covering and take his position.
Okay. I'm out.
Covering.
That's not what you say! Yo, Tenton, stand.
Cover.
What do you say? What do you say?
Wait, what?
Why the fuck aren't you reloaded? Somebody shoot! Somebody fucking shoot! Man who's shooting, yell covering!
I'm out.
Covering. Cover, cover.
Covering.
Shoot, shoot! Okay, ceasefire, ceasefire. What did we learn?
Say stuff.
Okay, what happened? Did you jam or did you not reload?
Jammed.
Alright. Yep. So that's pretty good actually. That's pretty much what I wanted to happen as well. If somebody jams, somebody has to shoot. Remember, the important thing is to keep lead running down range. If you jam, the other thing you have to know is that you need to communicate that. You know, you have to communicate that you can't shoot. The simple brevity that I'm giving you guys, the simple verb that I'm giving you guys is cover and covering. You can say all kinds of things, but you have to say something. I'm just giving you probably like, you know, the easiest thing that you can think of.
Can we say swap?
Well, you can say that. That's not too bad actually, because at the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to give your guy a command, right? Now, some people will say, I'm out, or reloading. It's just like, you know, when you hear that, you're thinking, okay, what do I do with that information? If you say cover, your teammate knows that's a command. That's what you want him to do. You want him to cover you. But if you just say reloading, it's just sort of like, okay, you're reloading. What am I supposed to do with that information? So that's good.
Alright.
Not bad, not bad. Like considering this is your first time doing this drill, given the contingencies, there were a couple of a couple of not so great things, but you guys did well.
Shift R to unjam, right?
Shift R to unjam.
All right. So I'm gonna that's the first half of the class. So this is essentially a short break, but I want to ask you guys some questions. So why scan? Why bother scanning? And what's important? And why and how should you do it?
Oh, you never know if there's enemy flanking or something.
Yep.
Situational awareness.
Yep.
Scan for possible covers.
Yep. All right. What did you notice about the buddy drill when you're scanning? As the buddy who's shooting, what do you think about scanning?
watching his back.
Yeah.
So if anyone
He's
that
focused
pops
at
up
the-
behind, then
To make
Well,
sure that leads are being fired downrange. And
Well-
reloading won't like stop that momentum.
Yep, that's exactly the word. It's momentum. It's all about momentum. And the other thing is that I think Knight was about to say it, but you didn't quite get there. Is that when you're there, when you're the guy who's shooting, you actually have very small cone of vision, maybe about 60 degrees at most, probably more like 30 degrees, something like that. So as the guy who's scanning, you have to be very sure that you're scanning not just the rear, but you're actually scanning about 270 degrees on either side to make sure that everything around you is clear. This is something that we often don't do in our sessions right now because it's just not what you think. You always take it for granted that the guy who's shooting in front, he's got a 90-degree cone of vision or something like that. But in actual fact, when you are focused on a task, your cone of vision is much smaller. So imagine if you're there and you're actually having to cover for a sniper. Sniper's cone of vision is going to be tiny. It's going to be a tiny little dot off in the distance because he's looking through a scope. And
5
you actually,
degrees, about that.
yeah, it's something ridiculously small, and you have to basically, as a spotter, you have to be basically aware of everything that's around. Otherwise, you could somebody's going to walk up to you, Dyslexi's going to walk up behind you and shoot you in the fucking face.
You guys got jihaded, right?
Come again?
Someone got jihaded once.
That one is kind of different story. It's always too late until they lift up their arms and go. You won't know.
Yeah, you won't know.
Unless you kena before lah. That's the only time.
Alright. What about in the stances drill? Between stance changes, were there, opportunities for unsuppressed targets to potentially shoot back? Like, what do you think is important about keeping the targets down?
more bullets.
More bullets,
Suppression.
suppression. Yep.
Gives you time to
Consistency.
move around.
Yep. So, I mean, the other thing is that the thing you have to realize is, only hits really count. If you're shooting an area that, you kind of suspect enemies are there, but you have very low probability of producing a hit, it might be good just to look around and see, you always want to be putting suppressive fire, not just in the direction you think the enemy is, but in the places enemies are likely to be. Usually at the foot of trees, the corner of walls, things like that. You want suppressive fire to go where enemies are likely to be, and not just look in that direction and spray. Why is it important to switch sides in the cover drill?
So you get a better view of the situation, I guess. Or you don't get enemy shooting at the same point. When they
Exactly.
come out the same side.
That's exactly right.
They're most likely aiming at the point you were firing out of.
For me, I
They're
try to
gonna
make a
get
rule
you.
that to never pop out the place you went in.
Yeah, always the same side that you shot from, that you go away from. That's the place that's more likely to take fire. That's actually really well modeled in Arma. In Arma, they'll suppress where they last saw you as well. So you have to remember that. The AI will do that.
You remind me of Splinter Cell. Tung! Icon here. Glowing icon. The player last seen here.
Last seen here. Alright. Da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Okay. Compared to the between the individual drill and the buddy drill, the last buddy drill we ran, how did you feel about the ability of the targets to shoot back? Did you feel it was more or less potentially?
I feel more.
More
More like
Which one?
opportunity?
More likely
That one
that,
over there, is it the first one?
The last one.
That's the last one.
The last one you did.
Yeah, which is the 4 targets spaced out.
The one spaced out feels more threatening.
Feels more threatening because you're standing in the open. But you got 2 rifles there, right?
Yeah.
So really what you want to do in that situation is that you want to decrease the time in the swap. There's a saying that the US military uses. They say we die in the gaps, and that's actually what it refers to. When you talk about firepower, when you talk about sustained fire, there's a reason why the machine gun has become the most important thing on the in the infantryman squad right now. If you study the evolution of the machine gun is the most important because it's the most decisive weapon. You can mow
Suppression
down
tool and Can you
suppression
open up
tool.
a dead? Yeah, open up a dead zone, a cone.
Yep. And also because the time between, the amount of time, if you fire 30 rounds out of an assault rifle, and then you have to reload, that's like 3-4 seconds of no fire. And that 3-4 seconds stuff can happen. With a machine gun, it's just like bada 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 bada. You can continually suppress. So that's the thing. If you want to get really good at this drill, the thing that you need to work on is reducing the time, that interval time between the guy stopping firing and the next guy starting firing. The way that you do that is really good communications. This is why as soon as you stop firing, you need to yell cover. That needs to be ingrained into your system. Okay, cool. Why did we reload and rearm before doing this review? Why not after?
I'm gonna shoot a lot.
Well, if we're going to shoot a lot, it doesn't matter if we do it before or after, right?
You're gonna go through the course again.
No. The reason that we reload and rearm is because it's a state of readiness thing. If if say for example, if we're in the FOB, guys might spawn. Fucking convoy might just spawn right there. If we're not if we're not like fully reloaded and rearmed when that happens, well, we're just all gonna die, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like before you start having conversations with your friends, before you start like doing other stuff, always make sure that you're in a state of readiness, at least in some respect. Alright, cool. Everybody happy? We'll move on to round 2. Alright. So what round 2 is? It's a variation on the first thing that we did. We're gonna move over to the far right range again. So this is where you're going to start to see things really stacking up. This is a buddy drill. So what I want is one buddy starting on one side. He's going to be shooting. The other buddy is going to be standing in cover and he's going to be scanning. When the first buddy runs out of ammunition, second buddy take up positions on the opposite side and start engaging the targets. First buddy reloads, scans, and waits for the other buddy to run out of ammunition. When the second buddy runs out of ammunition, the first buddy is going to reassume his position, but he's going to be crouched. So he's going to be crouched, he's going to engage all the targets. I think you can see where this is going. So the second buddy is going to reload, he's going to scan.
Like vice versa.
Yep, so one follows after the other. Right?
Auto crouch.
So you're going to start standing, then you're going to be crouched, and then finally you're going to be prone.
Okay.
Alright? Well, chill. You don't have to be so tense. Threat! Shoot! Fucking shoot!
Like.
Cover.
Covering. What the fuck?
Sorted! Shoot!
Cover me.
Covering. Cover.
Covering. Cover me.
Covering. Cover.
Covering.
Get into cover before you reload, nigga.
Cover me.
Covering. Cover me.
Covering.
Ceasefire, ceasefire. Scan, reload, make sure all your shit is together. Okay, very nice, very smooth. Alright, cool. I think everybody's getting the hang of this. That's cool. Alright, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna do another team drill. We're actually gonna do the first, like, four-man team drill. So that's gonna be a standing peel. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit over here. Okay. Now what's gonna happen here is that everybody's gonna start in a stack. So whoever's in front is gonna be standing, well, obviously in the front. Then there'll be a guy behind him, guy behind him, guy behind him, guy behind him. So on threat, what's gonna happen is that the guy in front is gonna start engaging all the targets, and he's gonna do his best to keep those targets down. When he's empty, he's gonna call for cover, and he's gonna run to the back of the stack. So he gets right to the back of the stack, reloads, and starts scanning. So again, the guy behind is always scanning.
Oh, what? Those in the middle.
Those in the middle,
Can't do much until.
well, yeah, you can't
turn.
really do much. But what you can do is you can scan off to the sides, right? So say for example you're the second guy, and you're scanning off to one side. You look at your guy in front. He's engaging targets, and you're thinking like, okay, guys are probably going to be coming from that direction, right? So you're scanning off to his blind side.
And then third guy will be to the left, and then fourth guy will be at the back.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
four guy
right.
formation lah. That's different.
So it's essentially, you know, we're starting to do stuff like sectors of responsibility. So everybody, you know, the thing about the guys in the middle as well is that you have to realize that you have to cover whatever side is like not being covered. So if it's like say for example, if Tequila decides to aim left instead of right, then Temten has to cover the right side. Right? So this is all the individual initiative. Well, this is just think of this as a building block. This is really just to get you guys working in this sort of environment and sort of to understand what's important about the situation. You really want to not worry too much about things like SD HUD and stuff like that. When you actually play the game, yeah, you can use the tools that are available to you and exploit the hell out of it. That's cool. But for right now, don't worry too much about it.
Okay.
It won't be too important at the end of the day. Threat!
Cover me.
Covering.
I got the rear.
Forward, just keep on moving backwards. Don't shuffle forward. Don't shuffle forward. This drill moves everybody backwards.
Move back a bit.
Cover me. Got rear.
I got the south.
Cover me.
Covering.
Got left.
Scanning northeast.
I mean right, lol left.
Cover me.
Covering.
Come back a bit.
Alright.
Cover me.
Covering. Oh fuck.
Holy shit! Get to the back! Get the back! Go! Go! Get to the back! Get to the back! Somebody shoot!
Cover me.
I'm gonna run ammo soon. Okay, cover.
Covering.
Why are you shuffling forward? You're running away, right?
I'm out. Cover me.
Covering. Cover.
Covering. Cover me.
Loading, cover me.
Covering.
Ceasefire, ceasefire. Okay, cool. Right. When Tequila jammed, what do you think should have happened?
The
What should
second
you
guy
guys
should
done?
fire.
Second guy should have fired.
Second guy should fire. What should you have done?
Actually, I didn't reload. I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I reloaded.
Well, whatever the case is, I mean, if you jam, if you haven't reloaded or something like that,
Throw my weapon at the enemy.
well, what you should have done is you should have just like, you should have immediately gone, oh fuck, cover, and then run to the back of the stack, right?
Yep.
So whatever the case is that these are contingencies, you know. These are things that you know, we already discussed them in the previous classes, but you know, you need to carry these things forward. So again, like the principal thing here is, you need to keep up the volume of fire. How did you feel about the tension of this particular drill? Less, more?
More.
This one
Because
is highest
I'm like,
because
oh shit. Help
this is
me.
where it's highest.
more.
More. Okay. Well, this should be less because again, you know, you're shooting at a known threat. Those seven targets over there, and you know, you've essentially got one guy firing all the time. So you got a lot more things that you can do. I mean, like you just have a lot more time on your side because you know, you're always having a nice volume of fire on target. The targets are always down. You don't really have to worry so much. So everybody else can concentrate on scanning the whole area. Everybody, you know, people were talking a lot more in this drill, which wasn't happening in the previous drills. So that's the thing. You need to you're essentially buying yourself time, and the more firepower you can put down range, you can buy yourself more time. So you got 4 guys here. You know, you're only contributing 1/4 of your firepower into the firefight at any one time. Imagine if you had half, you know, if you were contributing 50% of your firepower down range. Again, you know, that's if you had a lot more enemies to shoot at, that's beneficial. Or if you wanted to keep that one enemy hit down, that's also very, very beneficial. How are you guys doing for ammo?
I am
5
6
max.
max.
7 max.
Sorry, 5.
7.
7. 5 is the lowest number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, we're gonna just quickly reload all your mags. So
I did
let's
that
look
extra
at-
firing when Tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
No, that's
why.
good, that's good. Like, how you reacted, Tempton, was good. The only thing that was missing was Tequila moving to the back of the stack, which is fine. Like, this, you know, it's something that you have to learn with time, I guess. Alright, cool. Alright, same range. Let's start over here. So again, this is another team drill. But the way that this starts is slightly different. What we're going to do here is, this is going to be a break contact drill. And you guys are going to be moving in formation. So, what do you guys know about staggered column?
I forgot.
I know what it looks like.
Okay.
Nope.
What does it look like?
It's a column, but you have guys on each side. One and then two. Left down, on the right, downwards. It's just like a zigzag, lah, basically.
Yep. So
But they're all facing one direction, which is 12.
Yep, correct. So the thing about staggered column is a kind of what they call traveling Overwatch, which is whoever's in front is going to be, essentially standing in front. The guy behind him is going to be displaced off to one side. So let's use these grids here. Nice thing about this range is that we have like nice lines to follow. So the leader is going to be standing on one side, whichever side that is. The guy behind him is going to be standing on the other side. And the guy behind him is going to be, it essentially alternates all the way back. Interval I want you guys to keep is about 5 meters. So we're going to start in patrol formation, which is going to be a staggered column. Spacing will be about 5 meters apart, so you can use the barrels for reference. And you guys are essentially going to walk towards the targets until I call threat. Now, what's going to happen is essentially the same thing, except when I call threat, everybody goes prone, and the two guys in front start engaging the targets. The guy in front is going to keep up the highest rate of fire, so he's going to try to keep all the targets down. He's going to be bam, 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 bam. The guy behind him, slower rate of fire, just like bam, bam, bam. As soon as every time he sees a target come up that the first guy is not taking, he makes sure that target goes down. When the ammo runs out for the first guy, he's gonna call cover. He's gonna get up. He's gonna run to the center of the column, and he's gonna run down the center of the column. The first guy, now seeing the second guy, now seeing that the first guy is running out of ammunition, he speeds up his rate of fire. He goes bam, 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 bam. The third guy is going to start shooting slow rate of fire again. So like bam, bam, bam. And we're going to repeat this until everybody until we can retreat all the way from that from the bunch of targets over there. What I want you guys to do, your objective is going to be to reach this piece of cover back here. Once you reach this piece of cover, then you guys can reconsolidate, start engaging guys from the sides, etc., etc. So, yep, let's start this. We're going to run this drill a few times, but we're going to build on this. So who's going to be the team in front?
Are we all going together?
You guys are going together, but you guys.
Who's going to be the guy in front? You mean?
Yeah, who's going to be the guy in front? Who's going to be point?
Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, I'll be in front.
Okay, cool. So you guys sort the order.
Stacks. Wait, although I'm not familiar with
Half
staggered
spacing.
columns.
Half spacing. So the first guy is here, right? Let's say lah.
Yep.
Second guy will be down here, half spacing here. Then third guy down here, fourth guy down here. Another half spacing.
Oh, okay.
It's quite big actually, so
Okay.
Yep. So you guys are just all gonna walk towards the target, as if you guys are on patrol. Everything is good. And when you get there, shit's gonna happen. Make sure that your column is nicely spaced out. It's all good.
Okay, hold on.
What are we holding on for?
I didn't need to be clear again. So the first guy, he does a rapid fire and whatnot, and once he runs out of ammo, where does he run to again?
He runs through the center of the column to the back of the column. So he becomes the
then
last guy.
Then I take like this, is it?
Yeah, you get prone, and then you
right.
scan the back. All right.
So we don't have to scan the back.
No, you don't have to scan the back. Well, you do have to scan the back. Whoever's running
whoever's
who
at the
gets-
back already.
Yep.
Alright.
So that should be that. I mean, everything that we did in the previous drill still applies to the future drills. Why are you guys
Okay.
standing still, by the way?
Oh,
Patrol speed, man.
Patrol speed. And there's a whole bunch of shit that you guys didn't see in front of you. Threat!
covering him up. Oh. What is this?
Get up and run! Reload as you're running! Get out of the way!
I'm out, cover me. Shit.
Covering.
Get up and run! Get up and run!
Full reloading while cannot move while prone is skewering as well.
That's why you don't reload while prone
Cover
yet.
me.
Covering. Cover me.
God, covering. Cover me.
God damn it
Cover.
again.
Cover me.
Covering. Cover me.
Covering. Cover me.
Cover me.
Covering.
Covering.
Reloading, cover me.
Covering. Cover me.
Covering. Cover me.
Covering. Reloading. Covering.
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 I'm out, cover me.
Covering.
You got cover, man. You got cover. Get to cover.
I'm out. Cover me.
Covering. Cover me.
Covering.
Covering.
Scan the back. Scan the back.
Reloading.
Ceasefire. Ceasefire. Good stuff. How many mags you went? How many mags have you guys gone through?
4.
Full 12, yeah, 4.
4. Okay.
I still have about 5 mags with me.
I have 8.
No,
Alright,
because they were
cool.
in the back at the beginning, I think.
Yeah. So, why do you think that the second guy keeps shooting?
Why
What's
the
that?
second guy should keep doing?
So you have the guy in front, and obviously he's made contact first. So he's going bam, 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 bam.
He,
Why is
So the
second guy
fire
shoot?
doesn't stop.
the first one will be suppressing while the second guy picks out.
That's one possible reason. Yeah. What else?
The fire doesn't stop.
Fire doesn't stop. That's another reason. What's a contingency based reason?
In case the first guy
Runs out.
jams or something, the second guy
Oh,
can...
he dies.
Oh yeah.
Okay, hypothetical situation. What if you had forgotten to reload? What do you think you would?
Run,
Then
run back.
Run back.
Have the person behind you to cover.
Well, here's the thing, right? The first guy is already there. He's shooting. He's going bam, 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 bam. The second guy, he reacts. He sees the guys peeling off. Then he raises his gun, and he pulls the first shot, and it goes click. He realizes he's forgotten to reload, but that's okay because the first guy is still putting down that weight of fire. He has time to reload and get his shit together. So that's a contingency-based reason, right? And that's something that it's one of those fine things that will keep you shooting, will keep the whole team shooting as one unit. And this is going to be really important when we eventually move on to actually moving forward on these drills. You do realize, one thing that you guys will notice is that all these are defensive drills. They're all moving backwards. When we go into the future, we're going to be doing these things moving forwards onto the objective. And when you move forwards, it's even more important that you keep up a steady rate of fire. Okay, we're going to do that again, except we're going to add stuff to it. I think you guys more or less have no problem with this, so we're going to make this slightly more complicated. So go back to the ammo crates, fill up again. Okay, same drill, except we're going to add a couple more verbosity things into it. So when you reach the front, when threat is called, you got the guy, whoever's in front, or whoever sees the threat, they're gonna yell contact, and they're gonna basically yell contact front. And this is going to be, this is going to be sort of like the standard thing that you do when you encounter contact. You call the contact. Basic contact report. Then, once that's done, then shooting starts. So that's going to be the first thing. The second thing is, when you guys reach cover, you guys need to pair off. So, 2 guys are going to be covering either side. They're going to be sending lead down range. The 2 guys behind them, they're going to orient behind their buddy. So they're going to find their buddy, make sure they're behind them, make sure they're scanning their rear. And every time the guy in front runs out of ammunition, you take their place. So you guys already know how to do that. Alright, cool. Let's get back.
So in a way, we would actually sort of switch pairs when we get to the back.
Yep. Well, it really depends on who's in front of you, right? Say, for example, if you're 4-man squad, you already have buddies, but you're moving through doorways and stuff like that, and every time you move through a doorway, one guy goes left, one guy goes right, right? So you're gonna end up, swapping buddies all the time. Yeah, you like that, don't you, Knight? So yeah, I mean, you're essentially gonna have to work with a different person all the time. But the good thing is that when you do stuff like this, when you guys know what the procedure is, then you guys know that whoever you're working with, they know exactly the same things that you know, and they're going to do the thing that you expect them to do, which is really what the real big takeaway of this kind of training is for. Everybody here will know what the next person is going to do in the event that you guys take contact, and that's the important thing.
So it's the front guy yells contact front, then what?
So somebody has to call contact front, right? The information has to go through. It's not really super important who does it first. But in a real situation, the front guy is going to probably be the first guy to see the enemy. Right?
So it's the same formation, same
formation.
Same thing. When we get to the back, we still continue the thing.
Yep. Okay. Well, let's cover this first. Hypothetical situation. You guys don't know who's in front, right? There's like 2 guys in a line, maybe even 3 guys in a line, and you all take contact at the same time. How do you decide who's going to be the guy who's in front? So that kind of decision, that has to be made very quickly. And I don't have any hard and fast rule for you guys, but somebody has to say like, I'll be number 1, I'll cover, and everybody else gets behind him and starts the withdrawal. So usually that's the decision of whoever the team leader is at the time. But yeah, for now, let's do that one more time. Add the step. Make sure that
I'll be front again.
Okay, I'll be second.
Okay.
What was the thing again about switching buddies? We're all one team.
You're all one team, what?
Yeah lah.
Well, normally you
I
have.
don't know why Knight's so anal about it.
No, it's a valid question. It's a valid question. Like if you didn't know it, then the question should be asked, right? There's no hard, fast rules about things. And a lot of people they would actually think that those things matter, when in actual fact they don't. Threat.
Contact. Cover me.
Covering.
Covering.
Cover me.
Covering. Cover me.
Covering. Cover me. Shit.
Covering.
Not this again.
Holy shit! Get up and run!
Cover me.
Covering.
Cover me. Cover me.
Covering. Covering.
Covering. Cover me.
Covering. Out, covering. Coming.
Covering.
Covering.
Cover me.
Covering.
Don't shoot your guy.
Cover me.
Covering.
Behind the wall.
Cover me.
Behind the wall.
Covering.
Behind the wall.
Oh, holy shit! Somebody shoot.
Covering. Swat.
Cover me. Tequila.
Tequila.
Covering.
Cover me.
Right.
Covering. Cover.
Covering.
Out, cover.
Covering.
Ceasefire. Okay, good. Not bad. Nightwalker, you're not communicating. Hard to
You're
remember?
not communicating. His gun is pointed at you. I'm communicating now, bitch.
I think
But yeah.
from what we got from after getting into cover is that whoever your buddy is, if that person runs out of ammo, you have to replace him.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes it doesn't really need to be Sid. If the guy says cover, it doesn't really matter who's there. Somebody has to take his place. But as long as you guys are not fighting over it, a lot of the time, somebody will be there. He'll yell cover, and then 3 or 4 guys will open up at the same time. That's fine, but you guys need to sort it so that you're not just wasting ammo downrange. Sometimes putting more lead downrange, that's fine. Imagine if you're on the opposite side of that fire. You don't know what's going on over there. Like 300-400 meters away, guys are just shooting at you. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of bullets come over your head. Either way, that's good, as long as it doesn't stop. So that's fine. Okay, reload and rearm fully. Anyway, that was basically the second portion of the drill of the class. So I do have some more questions for you guys. Did you feel that this time it was easier to sustain fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot easier.
Yes.
A lot easier, a lot smoother. So you guys are starting to gel together. You guys are starting to work together, communicate as a team. So essentially building blocks again. This is really hard to communicate without running some kind of class, which is kind of why I wanted to do it. And stuff that moves on forward from here. Hopefully we can move on to bigger and better things. So this was Combat Rifle 1. I did have you guys rearm reload, but in actual fact the class is essentially over.